Well, folks, looks like we've got yet another potentially life-threatening beauty trend circulating on social media. Of course, humans are going to human, especially with access to social media, and we have discovered yet another way to keep up with the Joneses, but for the low, as we are on our never-ending quest for perfection and eternal beauty. The desire for straight teeth is nothing new, at least for Americans. In the States, we value a good set of pearly whites. Depending on where you grew up, it's quite common for kids to get braces at a young age. It's on par with, I would say getting a pair of glasses. Again, it depends on where you grew up. I grew up in a middle class suburban neighborhood, so pretty much every kid got braces, myself included. Although dental health is very important, aesthetics seem to be the main priority when it comes to cosmetic dental procedures. And yes, I did say cosmetic procedure because, at least for me, I always forget that even braces are a cosmetic procedure. It is for aesthetics. Sometimes people get braces to fix jaw problems and stuff, so it does have other functional uses, but for the most part, it's a cosmetic procedure. And I think I forget that because, kids get braces and it's something that's kind of a part of just growing up. And in the States, it almost seems like it's a given, it's not an option to not get braces. And if you don't, you should. A lot of people who maybe grow up without the money to get braces will have adult braces. Cue Ugly Betty. And I feel like it's important to specify the cultural aspect of this veneer trend because I'm sure in other countries they don't care as much about beautiful teeth. And all that being said, it's interesting because in America, we're known for having horrendous healthcare. We also have millions of Americans who don't even get basic dental care because they don't have insurance and they can't afford it, which got me thinking about the kind of socioeconomic implications of having good teeth, because it is a sign, a symbol of privilege and financial stability, I should say, to have nice teeth. When I stumbled upon the Veneer Techs of Atlanta, i.e. Veneers by Vaughn or Veneers by Vanessa, I was both horrified and intrigued. It shouldn't be surprising that people are gonna get back alley veneers because people have been getting back alley BBLs for decades. But I was thinking how interesting. I didn't realize people cared about teeth so much. But when you think about it, teeth are more than just tools for talking and eating. They're a status symbol. Veneers especially, because veneers are strictly cosmetic, they're common amongst celebrities, and allow you to fast track the dental beautification process, unlike braces. You got the instant gratification, and maybe applying veneers, even when you're not qualified, is easier than applying braces. I'm not 100% sure, but you know what they say. Good things come to those who wait. And if you want to mess around with your body, maybe opt out for the discount DIY version and go to a real professional for the appropriate price, because there are some serious downsides to letting a TikTok veneer tech play in your mouth. So if you're looking for that Hollywood smile for the low, book your appointment today with Elite Smiles Atlanta. They'll do you so wrong. Seriously though, these people are committing crimes. You do need to be a dentist to give people veneers, and dentistry school takes about 8 years. So there's a major gap in the education and information knowledge between a real dentist and a veneer tech, which again, not a real thing. These veneer techs will flash a little certificate in front of your face on TikTok, and I don't think it really means much other than they took a course also probably by another bootleg veneer tech and printed it out from Canva and, put it in a frame.
VBS Smiles will be offering a class to help you start your veneer business. This 2-day class will not only offer a vendor's list, it will be catered. You will also learn some premium veneer techniques. You will be learning how to do veneer maintenance, veneer cleaning, how to replace missing teeth, and also learn how to protect those veneers. You will also be learning how to market your veneer business.
So obviously the appeal is that it's much cheaper than getting veneers from an actual dentist. They charge around $1,000 to $2,000. And yeah, that's the service you're paying for. I've seen videos of veneer techs putting veneers over rotted teeth. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. There's a reason why. Again, you have to go to school for the stuff and why you should see a professional, because a real dentist would never do that. They wouldn't put veneers on top of broken, rotted teeth. There is certain prep that you have to do for veneers, and I don't think these veneer techs are doing said prep, and if they are, they're not doing it correctly. Whatever money you save from going to a veneer tech, you're going to be spending, if not more, on hospital bills and dentistry bills because your teeth are going to be fucked up faster than you can say, ah. That was corny. Seriously though, like 5 years tops is what a lot of these people have before their mouth starts exploding or whatever happens. Teeth falling out probably, and they're gonna be in a world of pain, both figuratively and physically and financially. Also, fun fact, more than 1 million Americans a year turn to hospital emergency rooms for non-traumatic dental problems such as toothaches, simply because of the medical system in this country. And I can only imagine that number is just gonna go up with the rise of these veneer tech. So like teeth have nerves that are connected to like other parts of your body, like the brain. So it's really important to have someone who knows what they're doing when they're poking around in there, because you could really do some serious damage if something goes wrong. If that nerve gets damaged or bacteria gets introduced to it, it's going to die and cause an infection, and that must be removed. So a root canal's done, said Han. Root canal treated teeth don't last as long as healthy teeth. The more times you touch a tooth with a drill, the higher the chance that that nerve on the inside is going to be damaged. Each time a dentist redoes a veneer, you have to refine what's underneath, so you're taking away a little more tooth each time. We're talking about a finite quality of material. At some point, the tooth is just not going to be strong enough to hold whatever you want to put on top of it. It will snap. So my good friend Jordan Teresa and fellow YouTuber and I were talking about this, and she mentioned turkey teeth to me, and I had never heard of this until she brought it up, but I found some examples on TikTok in relation to this whole veneer tech movement, if you will. I was horrified. So if you don't know, turkey teeth, it sounds like what it implies. People go to Turkey to get their teeth done, but they do it in a very specific way. The most aggressive approach, colloquially referred to as turkey teeth due to how many patients travel to Turkey for the procedure, are cases where the tooth is shaved down to a little nub, said Han. This is the most damaging. You have removed all the enamel. You're close to the inside of the tooth, the dentin, which means you're very close to the nerve. Another reason why people want veneers is because they have been popularized by celebrities. It's extremely common for celebrities to get veneers, and now with social media and all these veneer experts on TikTok breaking down celebrity veneers, the public is more aware of yet another Hollywood cosmetic procedure. These kinds of veneers actually have a name. It's called the Hollywood smile. The Hollywood smile is a smile aesthetic treatment applied to people who want to have a remarkable smile. It is a treatment that can be applied to everyone, regardless man or woman. The process of covering one's own teeth with porcelain veneer in order to have a more aesthetic and beautiful appearance is called a Hollywood smile. Inspired by Hollywood celebrities, this type of treatment is based on dental aesthetics. And like I was saying earlier, good teeth is a symbol of status. Having veneers, an even higher level of status. If you've got that Hollywood smile, essentially it's supposed to symbolize that you are a part of this Hollywood crowd. You have Hollywood level status, Hollywood level money. If you guys want to watch part 2 of this video where I break down the evolution and the history of veneers, as well as a veneer tech who was actually arrested for giving fake dental work, then join my Patreon, patreon.com/MadisonBrown, for early access to main channel videos and bonus content. The Hollywood smile has become a status symbol around the world, and better off Americans routinely pay for elective procedures ranging from teeth whitening and veneers to complete smile makeovers, costing many thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, more than 1 out of 3 low-income adults avoid smiling because of poor oral health, according to a poll conducted for American Dental Association in 2015. Some notable celebrity veneers are Miley Cyrus. People always talk about her veneers because they're quite obvious. Selena Gomez, Kim Kardashian, the list goes on. But these Hollywood smile veneers have kind of like a too perfect, almost uncanny valley effect to them. And that's because they're usually very uniform. They're like all the same shape, this unnatural white color that is just not human. They're not very translucent, so it really just looks like white blocks glued to someone's mouth, and it just kind of takes away all character from the teeth. So Kevin Sands, the dentist to the stars, or as he likes to refer to himself as the Rolls-Royce of cosmetic dentistry, has done almost every celebrity's veneers, or at least some very notable ones like Kim Kardashian, Emma Stone, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Drake, etc. Charges $3,000 to $5,000 per tooth and offers gum contouring, which is cutting away part of the gum to create an even line or make a smile less gummy, which is also about the same price per spot. A person getting their full smile done, say everything but the molars, is looking at a bill in the ballpark of $100,000. That's insane. I mean, obviously the average person does not have six figures to drop on some damn teeth. I mean, this insanely high price for veneers again solidifies the fact that veneers are a status symbol and is something most common amongst celebrities. But people want to participate in these beautification rituals, but they don't have Kim Kardashian money, so they opt for cheaper versions. And this is why we have Veneers by Vaughn committing crimes on people's mouths. What gets me about this veneer thing is people with perfectly fine teeth are sawing them away so they can have these white Lego chompers, when all they need to do is get Invisalign and some teeth whitening strips and they'll be fine. But that's not enough. People are striving for this level of perfection that doesn't even look human. I have people that have really good teeth, like an A, and they want an A+. Dr. Sands says. There's another doctor from this article that says, I was seeing so many people getting, in my opinion, unnecessary dental work that was damaging their own teeth. There was this idealization of veneers, or this perfect Hollywood smile. Many of her clients, she said, are redos. Young females in their 20s just absolutely regretting ever going to the dentist and pursuing veneers to begin with. So people are ruining their perfectly good teeth just so they can have teeth identical to whatever influencer or celebrity they see on social media. And it's a shame because I think there's nothing better than just natural teeth. I think your natural teeth are going to suit you the most because that's what is intended for your body. It's kind of like when people say your natural hair color is always going to suit you the best. It's the same for teeth, if not even more so. The smile upgrade became a routine stop of the fame-seeking assembly line. Get new hair, color, cut, extension. Get a new body, diet, exercise, Ozempic. Get a newish face, Botox, filler, rhinoplasty, and at some point along the way, get new teeth. The film actor, the pop star, the bachelorette, the influencer, their smiles are all the same. Their smiles are impeccable. Their smiles are an advertisement for smiling itself. It's not even trying to mimic nature, said Han. It's just trying to look like I have big white perfect straight teeth, which is, so true. I think at this point, getting veneers that are obviously veneers are the look because again, it symbolizes status, money, etc. And so people want that flex. They want to look like they have the money to have veneers. It's appealing the same way a McMansion is appealing. A house that does not look good, but does look expensive and crucially like every other McMansion. And I think there's something to be said about not only the flex of it all, but the conformity. To have these perfect straight white teeth is to fit in, right? And sameness has been pushed now more than ever with the rise of social media, Instagram, filters, etc. I think in the article, the doctor literally said he blames the Instagram filters because girls will come in being like, I want to look like this. And it's a picture of them with these filters on. People want to look like the bold glamour filter in real life. In the article, they reference this phrase, hotness creep. Hotness creep is about that algorithmic tug towards sameness. Hotness creep is aggressively bland. Hotness creep is to actual beauty what ChatGPT is to literature. Hotness creep is a body whose every facet has been optimized through a cosmetic, capitalist intervention, which is why its most high-profile practitioners look less like people than android-esque approximation of people as if they were wearing a filter full-time. Hotness creep is why everybody traded in their natural bone structure for Instagram face. And it seems as though veneers seem to be most popular amongst women, which is no surprise because it's a beauty treatment. Most beauty treatments are targeted towards women anyways. Yes, men do get veneers, but it is definitely mostly women who are going into these dentist office to get veneers, like I mentioned before, from the quotes shared by these dentists. Because in a way, to have a beautiful smile is to be feminine. Of course, like any beauty standard, when a woman doesn't display what is considered acceptable or correct, society is a lot more unforgiving compared to a man who doesn't have a certain physical quality. If a man has crooked teeth, it's not as big of a deal. If anything, it might even be considered more rugged or more masculine. But when a woman doesn't have perfect teeth or acceptable teeth, it's seen as way more grotesque and ugly and just wrong. Is it surprising women are always being prompted to smile more, so we gotta have perfect teeth to please the random men passing us by on the street? Having nice teeth also signals that you are hygienic, you take care of yourself, and if you don't do those things, that's kind of deemed as a character flaw, right? Or something that's really not acceptable. And for women especially, like, we are expected to be, always put together, clean, perfect. I mean, we literally have something called the clean girl. Is there a clean boy? Is there a clean boy in the room with us? Please. Like, that's not a thing for men. I mean, I guess Patrick Bateman would be the equivalent to clean girl aesthetic. Actually, speaking of which, fun fact, Christian Bale got veneers for that role specifically. So there you go. These lengths to achieve the perfect smile, the epitome of beauty, harkens to Kathy Davis's argument on why women choose to undergo plastic surgery. The visible aesthetic of degrading teeth, in turn, relates to beauty, as it signifies that supremely unforgivable character trait, not taking care of oneself, a particularly serious flaw in women who are expected to look attractive. Displaying a set of respectable teeth has become another beauty standard to aspire to, as it indicates an ability to manage one's life, and thus a higher class position. Bad teeth are blamed solely on the habits and choices of their owners, and for the poor, therein lies an undue shaming. If only poor people took care of themselves and brushed their teeth every so often, then they would not have rotten teeth, as the argument goes, thus the grotesque state of poor teeth. Dr. Sands gave a really funny but kind of sad read on veneers and how it's tied to women's insecurities. He says, "The pressure put on females is pretty tough. It's really sad. The insecurity levels and what people think is pretty and not pretty, it's just crazy. I just think that a lot more people going to college need to be therapists because I think the world needs it," he replied. "But I feel really good about what I do." He really said, y'all need therapy. Put the iPhone down and get therapy. But it is pretty insane. I didn't realize how insecure people were about their teeth. Again, this is coming from privilege because I've had these pearly whites I've had straight pearly whites since I was 16, but I've always had good teeth, okay? Healthy teeth, but that's because I had access to it. Shout out to my dad's corporate job insurance. That's a privilege I wasn't aware of until recently. And sure, I could imagine, if I had super yellow, crooked teeth, I would feel insecure about it. But that's why we get Invisalign. That's what I did, which I was lucky enough to do, but I don't think veneers are super important. I don't think that should be the number one option. I would hope it's maybe more of a last resort. And finally, I just wanted to dive a bit deeper into the socioeconomic implications of having good teeth. Accessibility to dental care is a real issue in the States. By federal estimates, more than 50 million Americans live in communities that face a federally designated shortage of dental professionals. Their teeth suffer and so does their general health. Pain is common. During free clinics like these, hundreds, sometimes thousands, of ruined teeth are extracted. And this huge gap in dental care, it really blows my mind because, we've got these celebrities spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on veneers, and then there's millions of people in the States who can't even get a teeth cleaning or get a cavity filled because they just don't have access to it. And it's how lucky you are to have perfectly healthy teeth and you're just gonna go ruin it with veneers. That's insane. Due to economic deprivation, geographic isolation, age, disability, and lack of dental coverage, an estimated 1/3 of the population faces significant difficulties getting access to the autonomous, insular, and privatized system that provides most of the dental care in this country. And similar to these veneer techs I've been talking about, dentists are business people, so they're going to open the private practices, and in this article, it says that dentists will set up shop in places that are more affluent, where they know they'll get business. Dentists are healthcare providers, yet are also small business people. They thus tend to set up private practices in affluent metropolitan areas that they hope will offer a good return on their investments in education, equipment, and staffing. As a result, they're in short supply in many poor, minority, and rural communities, as are dental benefits and money to pay for care. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the epicenter of these veneer techs are in a predominantly Black city, Atlanta. Now, I think a large part of this has to do with Atlanta flex culture in general, which, LA has a similar kind of culture, but I would imagine that people who are seeing these veneer techs don't have insurance and can't afford a dentist, so they, go to the veneer techs because it's cheaper. And at the end of the day, dental work is just another to fit in. I mean, getting veneers is another step towards being socially acceptable, and in some cases people are going too far, but veneers, teeth whitening, it's all just a way to conform, to fit in, and that's what we do as human beings. It's normal, natural, and teeth are a very important part of your life. I mean, it's one of the first things you see when you speak to someone, and in some ways, even if it's unconscious, someone's teeth can affect how we perceive them. And I mean, that is literally true, because if you have nice teeth, you're perceived to be more hygienic, to take care of yourself, to have money, etc., which are pretty important traits and indicators. Individuals who represent groups falling outside white, Western, middle-class norms are defined through their bodily characteristics as different, as other. They find themselves under pressure to at least appear normal, and consequently may be prepared to go to extreme lengths to achieve a normal-looking body. In a culture where feminine beauty is idealized, the aesthetic scaling of bodies specifically structures the dynamic of gender oppression, rendering ordinary-looking women ugly and trapping them into the hopeless race for a perfect body. And so that kind of circles back to the female pressures tied to having perfect teeth. Again, it's crazy to me that people care about teeth so much to the point where they will, like, do whatever is necessary to get these veneers. Is it patronizing to be like, love yourself? Especially because I'm not insecure about my own teeth. Sorry, y'all, my camera died, but I just wanted to close out the video by saying, if you can avoid getting veneers, or at least bad, illegal veneers, avoid them if you can. I'm not anti-veneer as long as they're done well, but, you know, embracing natural beauty, I think, is a great option, and I promote that more than anything. And if you are lucky enough to have dental care, then remember how privileged you are to have access to that. And don't forget to smile. Anyway, thank you for watching. Join my Patreon for early access to main channel videos like this, and for bonus content, subscribe, give it a like. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!